What's good? What's good? This is your man Joe. I feel like James Brown, because you know I got soul.
Awesome. The new album Bridges in stores now, came out a couple weeks ago. How's it been received so far by your fans?
Man, I must say it's been going very well. You know, very fortunate that immediately after I dropped Double Back, a year later I'm releasing, Bridges, and I thought I would run into a little bit of a problem with having two albums so close together. But fortunately, we're doing very, very well. Considering, especially with the major labels releasing their artists, and doing the numbers and units that they do. I mean, it's funny now, I'm on the other side of the coin as an executive, and I'm looking at numbers now, something I never did before. But it's doing great, man. I'm really excited about this next project, even the one coming after that, maybe in the next 12 to 15 months, which is going to be the Date Night album. But this record is just classic, old school in a sense when it comes to the style of music that I do. It kind of went back to the basics of what I love, just creating it. The entire process of it, man. It's just, I got back to, especially after burning, not necessarily burning, I didn't burn the bridge, but I had to move on from a previous situation, and so that cleared up a few things in my head, so I was able to go back in and get back in real quick.
You chose If You Lose Her as the next single. You just shot the video. Talk about that song in the video.
Oh man, it's one of my favorite songs on the album. It's a song of recognition, realizing what you have before you lose it. And I think the song is going to be amazing. The video we shot in LA, directed by Billy Woodruff, who shot the Kelly Rowland video as well, with me, the duet with Kelly. Does an amazing job. I mean, he's been shooting my videos since, I Want to Know, and back in the day. He does amazing work, we know that, but also I found an artist from Ukraine by the name of Ksenia Semenova. And what she does is she does sand art, and she creates stories, and she tells an amazing story using sand. So it's a great element, a part of the video. I think people are really going to be amazed and surprised to see, because it's something outside of the box that I don't normally do. And she's got over maybe 60, 70 million hits, on YouTube. And I just think her work is amazing. It's going to be a great part and element to the video.
Awesome. Now, you've had 11 albums now, and how do you go about choosing the single? Because you have these bodies of work where sometimes there's so many good songs, fans love all types of different songs. What's your process for choosing which one to put out?
Well, it's that could be the tricky part, because sometimes you may choose a single that it's not really going to work, or didn't research well. So you have to really keep your ears open and play the record for people sometimes as well, and follow your gut instinct at the same time. It's a collective effort a lot of times when it comes to choosing singles. Me and my manager mostly, and also if we have a distribution company, we may play it for them, they give their opinion. Sometimes promoters, you never know. We got great relationships with people who have been promoting for years and understand the music game as well. But it's mostly coming from yourself and trusting what you feel could be something big,
right?
And following that concept and idea and bringing it to reality. But yeah, it's a collective effort mostly.
Now, something you mentioned that was interesting was you were keeping an eye on the sales now, the numbers, because you're managing your own career as opposed to having a label control it. How do you define your own success these days, especially because R&B is not selling like it used to be? Music all across the board isn't selling like it used to. So you're a platinum artist in the past. How do you define your success at this point in your career?
Well, it's tough. Like you mentioned, everybody's not doing the numbers, especially when back in the 90s. Every record out was a gold record or better. It's hard to sell 100,000 units these days. So that makes it very tough. And that's even for the top guys, all the way up from, Chris Brown, Trey Songz. Those guys would be selling millions if it was in the 90s, easily. But for some reason, you have the internet that's come in, and they have slowed down the process of record sales for some kind of reason. Walk-ups, physical buys is not the same as what they used to be either.
Right.
So it's tough in that sense, but at the end of the day, you strategize differently. You put things into place where it's going to help. That's not going to be that, be too negatively effective on you. Right. So making the right decisions, trying to do them in small things, but try to make the biggest picture of what you have.
Awesome. Last question for you. Leading up to the release of Bridges, on our site we did a countdown of the top Joe albums, our favorite ones from last to first. I was wondering if you ever look back on your career and you have any that stand out, any albums that stand out above the rest of your own. If you have any favorites, or you feel that are some of them better than the rest. Do you have an opinion on that?
It's funny because I not too often reflect, but there's times when I've been on a long flight, and I'm just going through my playlist, and I just want to go back and just feel what I felt before, what was it, and reconnect with that. And sometimes I reconnect with albums like the Signature record, not that long ago, but it's like, man, this was a great album because it was all live, and it's rare to find an album that's going to be completely all live instruments and production, and the quality of lyrics that I wrote on that album I was really in a different place, and I felt really good writing, and other records too, like the I Want to Know album, that has a nice flow to it. My first album I played, just to see how I've grown. Right. And that first album I was just really kind of all over the place. More so trying to show people that I'm an awesome singer. Like, I'm gonna go hard. I'm gonna just do all these crazy acrobatic riffs, and I proved that. Got a lot of people feeling it. But then I sat with Jam and Lewis, and they told me just sing the melody, and that's one of the best things they ever could have told me.
Awesome.
So looking back on that, it's like, man, I'm so glad I did the albums that I did. The first one especially, because it was my blueprint to start the next one. What not to do for the next one.
Right. Just so you know, our top three was number 1, My Name Is Joe. Number 2 was All That I Am, and number 3 was actually Double Back, Evolution.
Wow.
We chose that one, and your fans agree.
Wow.
I love
Double
Double
Back.
Back.
Double Back. So just letting you know.
That's the shocking one to me. But that's good. That's cool.
Yeah. So
awesome, man.
That's all we have for you. Anything you want to add?
Well, I just want to say thanks to you and your listeners and your followers, for the support, and your continued support will continue to inspire me to want to do more music. God bless you all. God bless your families, and I will see you in the city soon. Peace.